Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube page Immigration with Female. On today's segment, it is titled Reactions to Global Recent Immigration News, and I'll be commenting on these recent developments across the world as it relates to immigration. Stay tuned. If you find this useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hello there, on today's Immigration News with Female Content, my name is Olua. Only PhD students are eligible to bring independence to the UK. Dr. Richard Montgomery, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, has made this known in an interview with the Newsmen on Sunday in Abuja. He said that the restrictions do not apply to all categories, adding that those in a long-term research degree like PhD or doctorate were not affected.
When these policies were first announced, it generated a whole lot of controversy among international students. But it seems like it's here to stay. But the takeaway majorly is, from what Dr. Richard said, the UK government is looking at putting a cap on its net migration, and they have also looked at it from the perspective of preserving the amenities their universities have for international students. While on the part of international students, it is more of a downer, as a lot of international students would not consider the UK as a choice destination for studies, particularly for those who are not going for the PhD program. But let's see how this plays out, if it's going to be swept away by the next political cycle, or if it's going to be a mainstay in the UK's policy.
Canada, restrictions to startup visa and self-employed persons program announced. IRCC has announced several restrictions to Canada's federal business program to help reduce processing times and application backlogs. Effective April 30th, 2024, IRCC will implement a cap on the number of permanent residency applications it will accept for processing each year.
Well, what IRCC are looking to do in particular with this policy is to cut reduction of processing time, reduction of backlogs, majorly of pending applications, and also they are prioritizing SUV applications, that is startup visa applications, under the venture capital stream as well as the angel investor stream. So if you were looking to put in your application under these categories, it means if you were looking at having funding from an angel investor, or you are looking at getting funding from a venture capital firm, the chances of your application getting more attention is high. But if you're not looking at getting funding from either of the venture capital or an angel investor, if you're not looking at funding at all from any of these bodies, it means your application might get less attention, as IRCC's attention is now majorly on applicants under this stream. Also, the suspension of new applications under the self-employed persons program. So that's also another downer in that regard as regards this policy, because self-employed persons would not be getting attention to the applications right now as it has been suspended. Well, this policy in the long run is actually favorable to applicants, but also not favorable to the applicants under certain kind of categories. For instance, if you're not looking for funding from the venture capital or the angel investor, your application might not be getting the priority it deserves, and that's a concern for applicants. But in the long run, I think it's fine, it's fair, it's a good policy. It looks at making the application time faster, and this will actually benefit genuine applicants.
Canada, the end of waiver and new rules for off-campus work hours for international students. The IRCC has announced that the temporary policy that allows eligible international students to work off-campus in Canada for unlimited hours per week during academic sessions will expire April 30th, 2024, as intended. The policy will not be extended, and as of May 1st, 2024, students will only be able to work off-campus for 20 hours per week, which was the previous policy in place. However, at some point between September to November 2024, IRCC is expected to increase the number of hours students may work off campus per week to 24 hours.
All good things come to an end. International students in Canada have enjoyed a privilege which students across other countries do not enjoy, which has been the 40 hours work in time off campus during academic sessions that they enjoy. But now, with this policy change by IRCC, it means they are back to 20 hours default working hours off campus during academic sessions. And by April 30th, which is past, so it means as of today that we are speaking, you can only work for 20 hours as an international student in Canada off campus during academic session. Now, there is also a perspective of adding additional 4 hours within September to November. Yes, that's fine. That would raise the working hours tally to 24 hours, which still supersedes a whole lot of other countries if you were to do the comparison. So all in all, it's not bad. I think IRCC wants students, international students, to focus more on their studies, which is their primary reason for going into the country, and not actually work. But I feel it's not bad. It was fun while it lasted for students that were able to take advantage of that. And till when September, when these 4 hours will be added, I feel it's still good. It's nice.